Hey everyone, we're back with another boot camp lesson, and this one, as you can see on the screen, YouTube traffic hacks. You know, it's one of the other search engines that no one really thinks about, and how we can drive organic traffic to different destinations. Now, if you want more training like this, simply get signed in below this video. Below the video, you can get signed in if you want deeper training, deeper explanations, and literally hundreds more detailed ways to get organic traffic to your products, to your opt-ins, to your landing pages, to your digital marketing agencies, to everything else. What you're going to get is you're going to get a taste of what this detailed, deep training is going to be, because every week I love to bring on expert guests. And I'm going to give you a taste of that today. And I've brought on one of my best friends in the world who is also a YouTube superstar. And literally, he has world renowned getting traffic to YouTube, everything else. And when you surround yourself with amazing people like this, you learn, they learn from you. And I want you to learn from these people. So when we get into the deeper training and when we get into the live webinars, I'm always going to try to bring on a special superstar guest that has something to share that's going to blow your mind. And Joe, welcome to boot camp. I know that you're ready to rock and roll. You're world renowned for YouTube, and we're excited to have you here.
Hey, thanks, Cotton. I really appreciate being here. I'm excited, super excited to do this boot camp. And thank you for the great introduction. And, I'm ready to show, some of the people here some YouTube hacks that can really get them some traffic so they can start making some money on YouTube.
Joe, what we wanted to do is just give everyone a really quick crash course on 3 things they might not know about YouTube that's going to help bring in traffic. So what I would like to do is just push the screen over to you, and then let's get started. What is one of the traffic hacks that we can start out with and kind of show them what it is? What do you got for us?
All right. So one of the hacks, Cotton, is the way that you put your video on YouTube or upload your video to YouTube. So like if a lot of people out there, when they create a video and they say, oh, I'm going to put it on YouTube, they go to their main YouTube page and they see this button right here and they press it, right? And they upload their video. They just put the file in here and they upload it. Now, that's how most people do it. But there's something you can do with inside YouTube that can help jump your video ahead in the search results. Meaning that if I had a video and I just uploaded it this way, maybe I would land on page 2 of YouTube or Google. Maybe I won't even land on Google, right? I'd have to do all this stuff to try to get it up on the search engines. But there's a way that we discovered about 3 years ago. We've been doing this consistently, that if we do it this way, then we get almost instant rankings on Google, and we're almost always on the first page of YouTube, most of the time, the top 1, 2, or 3. So here's what it is. I'll be real quick, but what we're going to do is if you go right over here in your YouTube channel to your profile, and you click on this Creator Studio, it's going to take you kind of to your YouTube dashboard. And if we go down here to this thing called live streaming. Now, some of you have probably seen a live stream done before, during the elections. And even now, President Trump, he uses live streams on YouTube a lot. Or if there's an event, a lot of times they'll live stream it. That's what it's designed for. It's designed to capture live recordings. Now, for some reason, YouTube really likes it when people live stream, and they give it extra weight or extra power. So say I have a video on mold removal, right? And instead of just uploading it, I go to the live stream section right here. And then we go to events, and I click on new event, right? Then I would just fill in my information normally like I would when I upload a video, right? And then I would hit create an event. It would take me to another page. So we'll just go through this a little bit. right? Because I can't do the, well, let's just do this, right? So now, again, like what you would put in your title and description, there's a lot more training on this inside. I don't have really time to go into that now, but let's go into create an event. Okay, now it's going to take you to this page, and what you're going to need for this page is going to be an encoder. You could use something like OBS, and there's a couple other ones you can use. But what it would do is it allows you to upload a video, and what these encoders do is they make like that recorded video is actually running live. So you actually almost trick YouTube into thinking that your recorded video is a live stream, and then then it streams it and it puts it on a page, and that's where you get the boosts in ranking.
Joe, I'm going to be honest with you. For a normal person that is doing YouTube, you just said that everyone, 95% of the people normally do that manual upload right there. And now you've just shown us a way that literally gives everyone an edge. In many cases, it can get a video to land #1. But it seems to be that for the common person, that this can be a little difficult. But I know that you have created something that when we get into the deep training, and if they want that, they can register below, that once they get into this deep training, that we have a push button way of getting this video live streamed without having to go through all of these steps that really makes it very, very beginner proof. Is that true?
Yeah, exactly, Con. Because some of the software that we used to use, what it was, it's not designed to upload, right, a pre-recorded video, right? They're designed to run a live stream, so we kind of would hack that software to make it work, and we would get mixed results. So what we did is we created our own software where you could actually just upload the video into it. You press a button and you could schedule it out, and it'll run the whole live stream for you, run the whole event, create the event, and everything. Now, I mean, like I said, you guys can do it if you get like OBS or something else and try to hack your way through it. But yeah, that software we made especially for people so they can just easy, no-brainer, get it done and get that edge without having to go through all the technical stuff that normal people have to do.
So that's YouTube hack 1. I just want to briefly go over it for you. Everyone can upload the manual way, which is not going to give you a preferential treatment in the YouTube search engine or in the Google search engine. And remember, the better visibility you have, the better traffic that you're going to get. We showed you that Google gives preference to live streaming. And a lot of times that can be very difficult. There's a lot of steps to it. Sometimes you have to have additional software. But what it does is Google literally puts these videos inside of the YouTube search engine and in the Google search engine. It puts them at many positions higher, in many cases #1, and it enables there to be an audience there. But it just is a hack that we've been using now for over a year that literally gets you ahead of the line. It's almost like having an express pass at an amusement park, putting you right in front of everyone else. And it works. That's one of the most powerful ways. So that is hack #1. And remember, inside the deeper training, we're going to show you and give you access to the Lurn Nation about how you can do this live streaming without having to know anything with one push button. And it's going to be there, and it's going to give you that express jump over everyone else. Joe, what's the second hack?
All right, Cotton. Well, the second hack is what you actually do with the video, right? So here's a video that I actually ran a live stream on, and it popped up on page 1, and with some other things we did to it, it actually moved up to #2. But let me show you this hack that we do that gets, because here's one of the things that YouTube is looking for and Google is looking for, right? When they rank a video, they want to rank a quality video or something that is, that people are going to find useful. How do they know if a video is useful? Well, one is, are people watching it? How long are they watching it? Those things. For some reason, they think live streaming, they give it more importance. But one of the big things that moves videos is traffic. And it's not just traffic like someone just going to your video by putting in the URL, right, and then watching your video, or even now searching on YouTube. That's a big signal. But what's an even bigger signal is if your video is being shared on social media, and if people are watching your video from social media, and how many people, you know, are distributing your video on social media. And one of the ways to get your video distributed on social media is to use hashtags, right? Now, a lot of people don't use hashtags in their videos. What they'll do is they'll list some keywords here, and that doesn't really do them a lot of good. But what hashtags do is, one, you get your keyword in your content. Again, you can list the different keywords that you want to rank for here, but also the hashtag, when your video gets shared on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, then if people are searching for anything in your niche, say they're searching for a hashtag, say you're doing a weight loss video, or I have videos on panic attacks, say they're, you know, they do hashtag how to prevent a panic attack, then your video comes up. And just to show you Twitter, like I put this hashtag in here, mold inspection escondido, you can see right here in in Twitter, where my video is showing up all over the place. And what happens is it shows up, and then people share it on their Twitter, then people watch it, and more people share it, and it gets a viral effect. So these hashtags are really, really important. We get back here, and a lot of people, Cotton, don't know that, or don't or underutilize it.
That's super powerful tip right there. And I know that I learned that tip from you, and I've looked at some of my videos. I've gotten an incredible bump in traffic from it. And especially something that normally wouldn't get a lot of traffic, like mold inspection, and you're talking about a specific geographical area, is not going to produce that much traffic unless you're in a major metropolitan area. But you found a way to even squeeze another 500-600 views out of a video that normally wouldn't be there by simply adding some simple hashtags. So guys, add hashtags to your video. That's the hack number 2. Now, we go into greater depth on this, on literally what we should be putting right in here with mold inspection, what we should be putting below the video, and all of this stuff in here. We show you that in greater detail. If you want to get registered for that, get registered below. And the deep training, if you want to work with me, that's exactly what we go. We have Joe back on. Joe and I go over with it in great detail inside of our weekly webinars and inside of the modules inside the training. Joe, we have the third and final hack. And what is that? Now, obviously, we always want to get the most visibility of our videos, but what's this third hack?
So, Cotton, this is the third hack, and it's a really, really important hack. And it's, again, it goes to that whole premise of where, is your video important, right? Do people think that this video is important? They're going to share it. Well, another way that YouTube and Google determine if a video is important is how many people put that video on their website. And it's called embedding a video. And you guys see it all the time, even if you don't know what embedding is. It's basically where the video is here on YouTube, and if we go to share, we go to embed, YouTube gives you a code, and you put this code on your website, and then the video appears. And I'm sure, like, you're watching this video right now on a website, and it's probably hosted somewhere else, but that code's put on the website so you can watch that video. So what happens is they look at, YouTube and Google look at how many people have your video on their website, and what type of website is it that is putting your video on it. So now, if your video, if the website is, say, on home improvements, and it has a lot of authority, and it has a high authority site in the home improvement niche, and they put your video on there, well, that's telling Google that this video is important. So let me show you what an embed looks like. So here is this video. It's on a real estate website, right, which is in the home improvement niche, buying homes, right? It's in that same niche as mold removal or home repair. or taking care of your house. Here's an article on mold inspection in Escondido, and here's my video embedded. So you see this? This is not on this website, but it's actually on YouTube. I press play. You can see here's YouTube. You go back to it, it links to the video, right? I mean, it takes you to this YouTube page. So we get the link, and this is where you see it. So the more places that I have my video on high authority related websites, it's more signals to YouTube and Google that this video is important. And like, remember in the beginning, I said my video, when we first live streamed it, it was on the bottom. Well, the way we moved it to the top was by doing these embeds.
Wow. So let me get this straight now. So not only does Google look at placing it high in the search engine, YouTube search engines, traffic, but even what's more important is if we could go back to the page that it's embedded on, Google wants to see that this video is embedded on other sites. Joe, could you go back to that website for a second where the embed
Sure.
is? Yeah. So they want to see this video embedded on another website, and they also want to see that people are playing it. So, Joe, would it be safe to say that a video that's embedded on a website like this, that's getting 2 plays, is worth maybe 30 plays on YouTube?
Yeah, for
Wow.
sure.
Wow. So I want you guys to think about that. A video that is embedded on an article on a website. But now, Joe, we get to a different question. Now, obviously, we're talking about that embeds are more important, embedding a video, but also, isn't there 2 other factors that also help it? One is that video being embedded on something that it's related to? Does that help it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Like I said, like this video is on a real estate website that talks about home improvements and how to raise the value of your home, and it's related to this, which is taking care of your house or getting rid of mold.
Right.
So it's in that whole niche. So that's very important.
Now, you guys just picked up a gold nugget right here. Now, if this video was embedded on a video game site and it's about mold inspection, that tells Google that this is out of place. Google understands this. Remember, Google is not a human. It's a robot, and it wants to see similarities. It wants to see that things are related together. So home inspection and real estate, what this is on, even gives it more power to get pushed up the search engines, but also the embed, the plays, the everything else. But Joe, there is a final thing with this embed that also makes it more powerful, and that's the trust and the power of a website. Now, Joe, you weren't around, but I showed everyone in a previous boot camp video that, Google kind of grades everybody's friends. Now, if I put this video on this site and out of a scale of 1 to 100, the website is an 8 and it's about video games, it's really not doing it any good. But Joe, how important is it if this website is a 60 out of a 100 and it's on a real estate site and it's related to its niche? That gives it a tremendous amount of power to get pushed up YouTube search engines and the Google search engines, right or no?
Yes, correct, 100%. And
Wow.
two is you got to remember, like you said, Con, Google is an algorithm, YouTube's an algorithm, it's a robot. It wants to know that your video is, what's it really about? What does it really pertain to? So by it being embedded on all these sites in that same niche, it knows, okay, it's correct. This is in the right category,
Right.
and it'll move it up. Whereas, like you said, if it's on a game site, it's in a totally different category. It confuses the algorithm, and it ends up hurting your site. Like it doesn't not only help it, it could also hurt it if you have it on a lot of unrelated junky sites.
Now, I want you to take away what Joe just said, and this is true, and I've never even explained it like this before, but Google is basically looking to give an identity to this video. Wherever it is embedded or shared is what creates its identity. And if it's being shared on a video game site, on a food site, if it's being shared on a water sports site, if it's being shared on a travel site, but yet the video is clearly marked mold inspection, it's a video that has no identity. And if Google doesn't know where to place a video, it just doesn't place it. And the same thing works with websites. So if there's one massive golden ray of sunshine nugget that you're going to walk away from this today, is know that things that are related together make things more powerful. Things that are more trusted make things more powerful. So Joe has this matched up perfectly. Real estate website that is trusted by Google. It's embedded on there. It's getting plays. And here's the thing, if you want to find out more about what we're talking about, and there's a whole lot more, get signed up below. But there's also ways that Joe and I can show you how to get views from this particular website. We can make views happen. We can find websites to place these on, to embed, to make your videos get pushed up to where you can dominate competition and get ranked higher in the YouTube search engine and Google search engine over other people, to start driving traffic back to your affiliate offers, to your digital marketing agency, to your products and everything else. And that's what makes it exciting. That's why we're in the boot camp, is we're looking at ways to monetize and to make money from this organic traffic coming back. And if you use the right recipes and everything together, it can be pretty deadly and powerful. So let me recap everything that we've went over with right now. We've just talked about the power of embeds and how literally it is one of the more powerful ways to get your website ranked and visible and get traffic to it. We've talked about hashtags, that hashtags can make something go viral, and how literally 99% of people aren't using hashtags. We showed you how they're going viral in Twitter. And also, we're talking about how to upload videos, that Google gives a preference to live streamed videos over a manual upload every time. That you might land on page 2 of the search engine if you do it manually. You might land number 1 if you do a live stream. That's a tremendous advantage. And these are the 3 golden nuggets for YouTube traffic hacks. Joe, I want to thank you for taking the time out. His name's Joe Marfolio, and YouTube expert. And when you get inside and when you get the deeper training with me, you're going to get to see a lot of Joe. Joe and I talk every day on the phone. He's a world-renowned YouTube expert, also a master at free traffic. And you're going to get to hear from more people like this in my program, where I love bringing on superstar special guests. You're going to get they pick their brain and find out more wonderful tips like this. Joe, thank you for taking the time out with Boot Camp, with Learn Nation. And man, you've been incredible giving people these tips.
Well, thanks for having me on, Con. It's been great, and I look forward to talking to everybody on the inside.
Thanks, Joe. Next video up soon.